Inconsistency with your friends is something that can be really hard to deal with. And whether that inconsistency is, your friend is there for you sometimes, but other times they're nowhere to be found when you need them, or an inconsistency between their words and their actions, the two don't line up, they don't do what they say they'll do, or whether it's like an inconsistency in their person, like they're just kind of all over the place with their emotions, with their actions, with their words, with their emotional state. Either way, inconsistency is hard to deal with in your friends. So we're going to talk about that in today's video with Courageous Beauty. So I'm Kylie, and this channel is where we answer anonymous questions that get sent to us through Curious Cat. That link is always provided in the description, so if you have any anonymous questions about relationships or self-worth, you can go there and submit them, and we'll answer them on this channel when we get the chance. Today we're going to talk about how to deal with friends who are inconsistent. I think there are probably 3 ways that you can deal with a friend who's being inconsistent. The first would be dependent on how much trust you actually have with that friend, if you've developed relationship and rapport. And I would only recommend this if you are able to do it in love toward that person because you care about them, not if you are feeling strong feelings of anger. This first step would be to confront your friend about the inconsistency that you see. And I know confrontation can be kind of scary, intimidating, uncomfortable, but it's important, especially if that relationship is meaningful and important to you. So a confrontation can be presented, for the most part, in a format like this. You can say, hey, I feel, and you fill in the blank, whatever it is that you feel, concern, hurt, confused, whatever, you fill in the blank, when you, and you explain the behavior that you have seen them display. And then explain why. Because, and lay out why it concerns you or leaves you feeling confused, or what about the behavior has, made this difficult in the relationship. Regardless how this goes about, this conversation needs to be approached as collaborative, as all communication efforts should be. You're not there to sit and accuse this friend of how awful they are. You're there to see if a solution can be made. Now, if you're really not able to have this confrontation with your friend in a way that's loving, maybe you're angry, or maybe you just don't have that kind of trust and rapport with your friend, or if this conversation does not produce a solution for you guys, then the next possibility of dealing with this would be to set your own boundaries. And some people don't understand what boundaries really are. They think, oh, it's yelling and telling them stop doing what you're doing and you need to respect me. That's not really what boundaries look like. What they look like is usually internal. A decision that you make for yourself that, this person's inconsistent behavior is negatively affecting me. I need to do something so that that behavior no longer is causing harm to me. And that might look like not hanging out with that friend as much, or it might look like not relying on that friend for your emotional support. You seek to have some other friends in your life who can be that person for you. Or meaning that you just don't share as much with this person because you don't know what they're going to do with that information because they are being kind of inconsistent. Either way, setting those boundaries is something that happens internally. And it also involves adjusting the expectations that you then have of that friend. If you know that friend is going to be inconsistent, you know that you can expect you're going to need to have support from other people in your life. And that actually leads us to the last thing that you can do when dealing with an inconsistent friend, or more than one inconsistent friend. You're going to want to seek other friendships that you can rely on, people that show consistency, people who do what they say they're going to do, and people who have a consistency in their character and emotional states, safe people. You may have some of these people around you already, or you may not. But what's within your control is to start searching for that and relying on more than one person if possible, to be that consistent person for you. So those are some ways that you can deal with friends who are inconsistent in your life. This is a great question. And if you guys have any questions about relationships like this or self-worth, send them to Curious Cat below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give us a like, leave a comment, say hi, and subscribe to our channel so you can see more videos like this. I'll be seeing you guys again in our next video. Till then, bye.